Yo, yo. There we go now, right? That's what that was. I know what that was. Damn. Yo, yo. There we go now, right? That's what that was. I know what that was. Damn. Damn, man. I should have. I know what I did because I was watching the game yesterday. Had my laptop watching the game and watching Red Zone on my damn computer. Watching the game on TV. Damn. All right. Well, I was just setting it up, right? So um, these bad. I looked over it. I don't know, but these batters over here I had set to the side. These some guys that could possibly get a hit, man. I mean, Nico, Hap, Ozzy, Wood, Lyle, Garcia. Didn't see Bell up there. Stanton, Judge, Hayes, because he's going up against a lefty. Um, Diaz and Correa and Walker. Last 7 days they've been looking okay. Last 7 days, Marino and I think Perdomo, I think they got like 2 bombs apiece. Um, Mookie Betts been warm as hell. Stott and his one more other bat. I'll have to go look. Let me see. Stott, I forgot what it was. I don't want to give you guys anything. Stott and Marsh, I believe. Marsh was enlisted. Harper got a couple bombs. Schwarber and Harper, we know who they are, right? Um, I was looking at the pictures too, because that's probably what I was going to be betting on. Um, Something I can identify a little bit easier and quicker to save money some time. I'm probably fading Spencer Strider strikeouts. I'll probably fade that. I don't care if he gets there or not. Um, Trey Savage making his debut today. Boy got some shit, right? He had a 40% K rate in the minors right there, the last little stint. 5 Ks. Don't know how long he's gonna go. Only thing that scare me is to be on the road at Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay been looking okay. But I give him the benefit of the doubt. I lean towards the over for Trey Savage K's. They just came out. That shit just came out. Rode on. I'm so iffy on Rodon, man. What I want to do, how I want to attack him. I think he's hit his pitching outs in 4 of his last 5 games. You're getting that at like a minus 115 for 17 and a half. That's in play in some shape, form, or fashion. His strikeouts probably going to be in play. Now, DraftKings, you could take his pitching outs. You could also take, alternate strikeouts. I mean, alternate strikeout line with that. You know what I'm saying? But and then as far as this Yankees offense, not a big fan of Simeon Woods Richardson. And then the bullpen, I'm not a big fan of this bullpen for Minnesota. So I can see the Yankees probably putting up some runs on them, but it's not my bet. Rodon owe you a bag after this last start. I bet he do, man. Shit, that motherfucker. Mm. Now, Bradish. Man, I ain't been talking to White Sox for their strikeouts, but they have been striking out um, as of late. Last 30 days, White Sox 11th, 23% K rate, 100 WRC plus. But then the last 2 weeks, they moving up. 7th, 25% K rate, 102 WRC plus. And then last 7 days, they number one in strikeout rate, 130 plate appearances, 9 WRC plus. So, um, looking at Bradish, there's a way for him to get to his Ks. There's a way for him to get to his Ks. I didn't see a lot of people that I like to look at for. I didn't see a lot of bombs that I probably would like, but candidates or whatever. But I could be wrong, right? Bradish is pitching outs. He's just coming off in the pitcher's park, 7 innings versus Pittsburgh. So you know it's kind of it's okay. Strikeouts, he's got strikeouts in the area of 10, 5, and 6. If he was a lefty, I wouldn't even bet it, right? And I haven't bet this one. I haven't bet this one either, but I'm really leaning towards the strikeouts for him and or his pitching outs. He's went over his pitching outs line in 2 of his last 3 games. Um, his pitching outs is around what? 15 and a half, I want to say. $15 and a half at a minus 101. He's hit that number 2 of his last 3 games. At the last 30 days, I want to say that the strikeouts are in his favor. If you're looking at the on the White Sox side, last 2 weeks they've been striking out. Whatever you want to do, bro. Straight up. Mm-hmm. Um, Back to the strikeouts. Let me see. The tail, Libertor. That's a pathway where the tail can get. I'm not fucking with him. The tail gets up bombs. He's giving up over 30 bombs. Keep an eye out on that. Um, I did not look at San Francisco and check Zach Gallen out from a strikeout perspective. And then the Phillies, huh? I'm guessing the Dodgers been hitting a little bit lately. 16% K rate last 2 weeks. 135 WRC plus. Mm. Don't know. I don't know. I think I liked more Phillies bats, but I like Philly at home a lot. And Ranger Suarez has been pitching good. 4.5 strikeouts for Ranger Suarez is interesting, right along with his pitching outs. His pitching outs sitting at, if he's in this groove, he's in this groove. At 17.5 is a parlay piece. If you want to get there, you can get there. I have to look a little bit more deeper into that. But on paper, it looks like Bradish is supposed to hit his outs and supposed to hit his strikeouts on paper, okay? And then for the pitching outs for Rodon, you're getting a good number. At 17 and a half, here's a guy that you don't have to worry about. I mean, he should get the workload. Now, can he have a bad, what fucks these outs up? A bad inning, and then your ass on you know you're on the leash then. So that's how that works. If I had to take anybody's strikeouts, man, damn, man, it would probably be Bradish. I ain't gonna lie. So that's where I'm at with that situation. I'm not in love with not one bat today. So whatever you want to do, I mean, be my guest. Sliding over here to NFL. Uh, bam, 2 games. Tampa Bay, Houston, L.A. Raiders. Thursday, Buffalo, Miami. Total 49.5 on that one. Mm. They're gonna run it up in that motherfucker. All right, Tampa Bay, Houston. I looked at a few things, and I didn't look at a few things here. Okay. Um, we only got a 42.5 total here. That's one thing. Yeah, I got him on my list. Uh, last 7 days, Yana Diaz, Carlos Correa, Christian Walker. Them three been cooking the last 3 days. Them three been cooking the last 3 days. I mean, last 7 days. All right, so look. Mm, 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 mm. All right, we got 7. We got 42.5 over under in this one here. Um, damn. I told y'all last time when I went live, I take a Bucky Irvin and I'm going back to the well for with Nick Chubb for a touchdown. So I definitely did that, right? Back to the well with those two for a touchdown. Um, and I also got them on a parlay. It's probably gonna pay me out about 300, but I need both of them to hit, or I can cash out for like $60 right now if I want to, but I'm letting it roll. I let it roll. At least the one of them get a touchdown from last night. Yeah, they look good. They did look good. I had all three of them on there: Korea, Walker, and Yandy Diaz right there. Um, so I do like them for a touchdown. Both running backs. Oh, you like that? You like Higgins for Houston? I got an interesting play that I'm getting ready to bring to y'all right now. I didn't look at Nico Collins, so let's start off looking at Nico Collins real quick, and I'll tell you what I like. So let's go over to the prop finder. I'll look at team share percentage. Nico Collins is poised to have a, a a bounce back game, whatever you call it. Last week they played zone coverage 53%. Last year they played zone cover. They played what last year? Zone coverage 66%. So um, last year Nico Collins um versus zone. He was okay versus both. He was okay versus both. I can't really talk you off anything for him. It's too early in the season for me to write him off. It just is what it is. I ain't gonna lie. They play LA. I don't. I still the verdict is still out on how LA defense is for me, but it is what it is. You say Hutchinson receptions or yards, right? So I want to see how much they're gonna acclimate the running back. What's his name? They come from the Steelers. I want to see how much they acclimate his ass into. Is his target share or whatever? If it's gonna gradually go up, I forget his name. Najee Harris. But week one, the connection between him, Nico, and what's his name? That did not look. It did not look good. So we'll see what's gonna happen, right? I can't talk you off anything when it comes to Nico. I'll just give you the interesting play. What's going to be for me was going to be I'm slide over here to 2024, and just looking at the tight end situation here. Um, this is 2024. We got total numbers up here. Last year, um, Buffalo was top 10 in these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories, except for red zone targets and touchdowns versus the tight end. So he had Tampa Bay had last year. Now they gave up 134 targets, top 10 receptions. They were sixth with 102 receptions. Yards, they were number two at 140. Excuse me, 144 yards per catch or carry. I'm sorry, I need to I need to figure that out. No, yards per. Let me not say that, right? But this category, they were number four, right? Air yards, they were number one. But when you get to red zone targets, they were way down here, right? They were way down here in the red zone versus 13 touchdowns. No, 13 red zone targets. And then touchdowns, they had five, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 statistical categories right here that we're seeing. They were top. That was yards per catch. Okay, so that can. If this was last year, we would be looking at maybe a longest receptions, yards, or whatever the case may be. We might touchdowns might not been on our radar because red zone targets were down, touchdowns were down. Okay, now fast forward to 2025. Um, this. So we got two games, as you can see right here. This Tampa Bay defense, when we're looking at receptions, okay, this Tampa Bay defense, it's only two teams that haven't played. So one game here, you got 7 receptions from the tight end at one game, okay, um, and yards in one game 59 yards. So whoever that was, well, it was collectively, it was from the tight end spot, 7 receptions on 59 and 59 for 59 yards. No red zone attempts or nothing like that, whatever the case may be, when it comes to the tight end position. Going over here to Prop Finder. Um, Going back, team share. Um, Dalton Schultz. Go back. that was not a good game last week, so I can't, I ain't gonna say we're gonna pump our brakes, but it is what it is. So he had 5 targets. Nico had 5 targets, 3 receptions for both, 28 yards, whatever case may be. Nico had a red zone target. Schultz didn't. It is what it is, right? That was yesterday, last week. Um, Full season yesterday, last year, 2024. 93 targets for mm, games played. Okay, so his volume could have been lower, but he had the second most target share on the team. So the report should and could be there. He had last year. He had 7 red zone targets. Um, he only had 2 touchdowns. Right? Do I have to go to the touchdowns? I don't. Does this team look different? It does. Just like J Mac said, Hutchinson could be receptions and/or yards. Harry Potter likes Higgins, who I didn't really dive into. You know what I'm saying? If you look at Higgins, he had 3 targets, so it is what it is. I haven't checked any of his lines. Everybody's in play in a game like this, but we go to the lines here, and as we see, we got a 40-yard prop here, and a reception lines of 3.5. Right? He had 3 catches last week on 5 targets. And as you can look here, these are tight ends game log um, versus Tampa Bay, and this kind of like gives you a picture of what I was saying. So last week, 8 targets for Pitts, 7 receptions. That's that 59 yards, and then they'll give you each touchdown that's on the roster. I mean each tight end that's on the roster for that game. Going back to last year, Ertz, 4 targets, two receptions, 23 yards. For Dallas, Ferguson, 6 receptions on 9 targets, 40 yards. Long was 21. And remember, I was saying we can look at it. We can look at the longs, right? I don't know what the long reception is, but we can take a look at the longest reception. It's at 17 and a half. No, it's at 15 and a half. And Cal Pitts long was 14. Ertz long was 14. Um, for the tight ends for the Saints, they got busy. 2 catches for Hollinger, 6 for Johnson, 4 for Foster Moreau. That was in one game last year. Tight ends was exercising on their ass. Jatavian Sanders 1 for 1. Ferguson, right? We just talked about Ferguson. He had 40 yards long, 21. And yeah, so uh, Smart for the whatever you fucking call them motherfuckers. The Chargers, he 5 for 6. Michael Mayer, these tight ends got busy for Detroit. I mean, not Detroit, the Raiders. Seven receptions on 9 targets for Mayer, and 3 receptions on 5 targets for Brock Bowers, both on the same team. Both of them hit the longest reception. Tommy Tremble, 5 for 8. I mean, it goes on and on. As you can see, Theo Johnson, 23-yard long, right? 3 catches. Kittle, 3 catches, 33-yard long reception. I mean, at this point now, I'm just rambling, right? But as you can see, they've been giving up numbers. They've been giving up numbers to tight ends. It's not like it is what it is. I just seen it and I'm pointing it out. You can do it what the hell you want to do with it, right? Just trying to work my way into football. You know what I'm saying? But how this team is constructed, I can see instances where he gets there, right? So whatever you wanna do, man. Uh, on one of these pick'em sites, you might get a 3. I don't know. I wish I would have seen it a few days ago, or else I would have probably jumped on it. It probably opened up at 2.5. I don't know, but Let me see. Schultz, you might get a 3 for Schultz. Who knows? Let me see. Um, Receptions. A solid 3, I'm taking it, and I'll live with the results. They got a 4 up there. They ass ain't budging. They're not budging. I don't know where it opened up at, but it's a 4 right now. The books know, right? The books know. Can he go out there and get 5? Who knows, man? They need to win this game. And I don't think I'm a big fan of the offensive line. He could be a bailout guy. So you know it is what it is with that situation. Um, what else? And then Nick Chubb, decent amount of carries, man. Decent amount of carries. I'm still on the Nick Chubb touchdown chain. I ain't gonna lie. 13 carries for Chubb, 3 carries for Pierce. Marks Marks had 3 carries, 2 carries for Agamwale. So you know it is what it is, right? 2 targets for him, Abuwale and Hutchinson. No. He's the only one who had some targets there. But yeah, I'm still on the Nick Chubb train. I mean, 13 carries, 60 yards. I mean, what are we doing, right? I mean, what you want me to say, or whatever the case may be. Um, 49 and a half rushing yards, but I'm not on any of that. I'm just on the touchdown for Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb. I'm just on the touchdown. I do think this rush defense has been pretty good, but if they can't put up a lot of points, Tampa Bay, I'll be watching Tampa Bay to see if they can put up points. If they can't put up points, opposing teams run defense. I mean, opposing teams running backs will be in play. Yes, I like the wide receivers for touchdowns. Yes, for sure. For Tampa Bay. Um, Vegas. I expect Jacoby Brock Bowers to play. Um, so Michael Meyer is still in play, right? He's got four targets, 4 receptions. He's very much still involved, right? Brock Bowers, 8 targets, 5 receptions. So we'll see what's going to happen with that situation. I'm quite sure Brock Bowers is playing today, so we'll see what's going to happen. As a Genti, I probably would only look at him for a touchdown. I don't want anything to do with his rushing yards or anything like that. But he did have 19 carries on 38 rush yards. I just don't want to deal with his yards right now because I still don't know who he is. And I don't know how they're going to do this carries, but I don't know what his carry line is. I want to see. Rushing attempts, 17 and a half. So he went over that line last week. So it is what it is. Um, Jacoby Myers. I like Jacoby Myers. Pretty good wide receiver. Used to be a quarterback, so he knows how to. He knows how to. He knows what to do for his quarterback. Um, I don't think I'm gonna be going to a lot here. I mean, Brock Bowers is obviously in play, but like I said, keep an eye out and make sure he's playing. I don't know if I didn't make sure he was playing or not. The Chargers, I don't know. I'm a little bit disappointed last week in Will Disley, but man, it's crazy. Conklin, he didn't have that many he didn't have that many snaps, but when he was in, he was targeted, right? So that's something. You know what I'm saying? That's something. How many TD tight ends did they run in there? Target share. This is target share. Okay, right. So Conklin did get two shares there. So he's gonna be he's gonna be a he's gonna be a fake. This guy could probably, this guy could be a touchdown candidate. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta watch and see he's in the lineup or not, but he could be a touchdown candidate. Um, Quentin Johnston, right? Um, he had 2 red zone targets last week. Um, Last year he had 11 red zone targets last year. Last year, him and Lad McConkey led the team in touchdowns. So it's just a certain it's a it's touchdown report, right? They add a piece like Keenan Allen that could try to keep the defense a little more honest. You got somebody like Ladd can be a safety valve for him. Keenan Allen can be a safety valve, and you got guys like Disley and Conklin who didn't really get the share that we thought they was going to get, right? Yet last week. So if he's not going to be going to his tight ends on a regular, and we thinking touchdowns, and Quentin Johnson had 2 touchdowns last week, you got to start thinking about what's going on, right? Uh, Allen had a touchdown. Um, Johnson had 2. So, you know what I'm saying? Allen, they already got chemistry as far as, hey, I know where they're gonna be. I know where you're gonna be at. Lad too, and Johnston just like, man, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, I'm trying to talk up on a touchdown play here. My long shot touchdown would probably be Disley. And if I had to take a touchdown for any the top 3 receivers, it would definitely be Quinn. It would probably be Quinn Johnston. It would probably be Quinn Johnston. If I had to rank them, the wide receivers that get a touchdown would probably be Johnston, Allen, then Ladd, probably, right? I ain't even gonna lie. Ladd is a monster though. He is a monster. He's a monster. So as far as this game side here, I'm gonna like I want to like I'm gonna like Chargers here for sure. Um, Justin Herbert, um, rushing attempts, he went over 3.5, and his rushing yards, he went over 32 and he had 32. His rushing yards was at on 14 and a half. I have my eye on Gentry's receiving yards. Definitely, sometimes when you try to put game flow together and see how you think the game is going to go, then you're definitely thinking about somebody like probably Genty, right? If you feel like they're going to be behind, then we know that Genty could probably be in play for a few extra receptions. So game flow can probably favor that. I don't think last week is a fluke. They're gonna be throwing this. Oh yeah, which is different for Harbaugh. Yeah, because Harbaugh's like to run the ball, and that's a good counter to the first game of the season last year, right? Last week, you got a smart coach in Andy Reid that knows they're gonna be trying to run the ball. We finna air y'all weak ass out. We about to air y'all weak ass out. Chart and beat y'all ass, right? So, it is what it is. Shout out to them Colts. I told y'all, shout out to them Colts, man. I told you, man, them Colts. Mm. Shout out to them Colts, man. When you're looking at that Colts squad, that offense, they got pieces. Don't get it twisted. They got pieces. They need some. It was all on Daniel Jones in the first place. And Daniel Jones, he's going to give you that them wheels, bro. Straight up, he don't give you no wheels that he can get out of there. Teams know that, but he surprising motherfuckers. Like, I ain't never had no offensive line like this. I ain't never had no motherfucking receive weapons like that. They got weapons all the way across the board on offense. He just gonna have to keep getting acclimated with the motherfuckers now. I tell you that. Yep. So, Justin Herbert rushing yards are in play. Keep in mind, like I said, he had 7 rushing attempts last game. 7 rushing attempts. Okay? 7 rushing attempts. Game 1. And then he's got weapons, like Keenan and stuff like that. They got to be able to use them. So it is what it is. Omarion Hampton and Najee Harris is. It's just that I don't know how much they're gonna try to work Najee Harris in. Um, Carries, 1 carry. J Mac, that's what I was thinking about when you were saying that. The carries are there. I just worried about futuristics or whatever. Like if they get this motherfucker more carries than he's supposed to get, or they trying to get up Najee Harris's carries could definitely hinder some of that shit. I don't know what the deal is with this situation right here. But if hey, no, Hampton's rush yards it's at 53 right now. He only hit 48 last game. Obviously the book sees something. Obviously the book sees something, right? But hey, I couldn't talk you off of it if you wanted to get there. So it is what it is. I don't have much for the Tampa Bay side, man. I don't. I don't have much for the Tampa Bay side. Um, what you see is what you get for me, man. Uh, Evans didn't have a lot of red zone targets last game. Evans is a beast. It's just we know who he is. We know what he does. Um, he 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 should be in play here for a touchdown for sure. We know Evans can go out there and get you a few of them, right? We know Baker Mayfield can lock on for a few of them. So uh, we know his counterpart over here last week. We know he had a few of them, right? So and Ibuka, we know he had a few of them last week, right? So if they lock on, just believe he's more than a 1 touchdown type of guy there, right? I don't have much for these games. I don't. I just wanted to come on here and talk about them, possibly get you guys thoughts on it, stuff like that. Um, it is I think it may be the thing that happened this week where wide receiver who had the bad week 1 bounced back in week 2. Definitely, that's definitely on the table. That's definitely on the table there. Definitely. Um, You got guys like Evans, Collins, uh, Evans, Collins. Those are 2 guys. Those are 2 guys you can definitely look at for bouncing back. And like I say, even Nick Chubb, I got his touchdown last week. For week 1, I got it at plus 200. I couldn't believe he didn't get in there. So touchdown candidates for me this week. I mean, do you go back to the well to Ibuka? I mean, I don't mind it or whatever. Evans. I mean, I like Bucky, Chubb. I mean, Collins, Evans. And do you go back to the well on the rookie? I mean, it is what it is. But of course, the chalk guys, the top 4 guys, I'm gonna have to like them. I'm gonna have to like them. Dalton Schultz, um, he's a reception candidate for me. Uh, Something telling me I really wanted them at 2.5, but now it's at like 3.5. I mean that fourth reception be a motherfucker, especially if Nico Collins out there cooking, and then you got the other kid. Then you got the other kid. Watch it be some odd touchdown like Sterling Shepard. Sterling Shepard, I think they played together though, bro. They got some history, man, type shit, man. I think, don't quote me on that, but I think Sterling Shepard and and Baker Mayfield played in school probably, man. And I mean, if you're a bona fide, slot guy, something like that, then you know where to be. So shout out to them and their chemistry or whatever the case may be. But yeah, um, I was thinking about Baker Mayfield touchdowns or something like that, but or passing touchdowns. That's what I mean. But I don't know. Uh, the 1.5. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They played in school together. Right, right, right. Bet. Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, that's a spot where they'd be like, Baker Mayfield was like, okay, fuck it, go get my boy. I need some help, type shit, because that's an important spot for him. When you coming off having the luxury of having somebody like Godwin at that spot, you want a motherfucker to be at that spot that's going you ain't got to too much worry too much about to keep the plays going, keep the offense going, similar to what it was going, how it was going last year. So you don't really want to fuck around with that slot and with some inexperienced motherfucker over there. So I think I like the way they. It's just hard for me to tell, who's the workload for that spot right now. You know what I'm saying? And at this point of Evans' career, I mean, I will pump my brakes because it's only 1 week. You know what I'm saying? I can't fall into the I'm writing everybody off in this 1 week type of shit, man. I can't fall into that. Can't fall into that. I'm not writing motherfuckers off. One thing about my Bears, I know they ass. I ain't writing them off, but I know they ass. We was on the right spot. I cashed in on Odunze. That's all I was on. I knew it was gonna be a Doomsday. The motherfuckers, they're gonna be on their podcast and they're gonna be talking shit. But either way, just get back on track. Gino gonna let it fly. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what's gonna happen, bro. Straight up. Justin Herbert, with the weapons he got around, the 1.5 touchdowns is in play. Baker Mayfield, the 1.5 touchdowns is in play. CJ Stroud is too, but I don't know if I'll go there. I don't know. Um, if I had to go to these 1.5 touchdown props from right here from these two games, I would, I mean, between Baker Mayfield and Justin Herbert, who's number one? I don't know. Well, the odds say Justin Herbert would be number one. I would say number one for, I guess, shit, both of them, one or 1A and 1B. Um, yeah, and I would put Shroud number three to get two passing, and then I would put Gino number four to get two passing touchdowns. Right? I think you can bet Justin Herbert and Baker Mayfield for two passing touchdowns, and one of them probably smack for you. I think one of them probably smack for you. Yeah. If you wanted to bet them on some straights, touchdown lay or something, huh? What you think? Let me see. Wait a minute, though. Let me see something. Well, let's see. Let's see. Pause. Mike Evans is 70. Nico at 80. Booga 60, 40 for Schultz, 25 for Shepard. Jacoby is a beast. I like Jacoby. Keenan 60. I don't know how I feel about that 60 for Keenan. Quinn Johnston. I was gonna be looking at Trey Tucker if there was no Brock Bowers. If there was no Brock Bowers, then I would have to look at the back end, the backup TD. I mean tight end. I don't have no didn't have any problem with him, even though his number probably would have been a little bit more inflated. Receptions. Nico 7, 6 for Evans. Hmm. I'm not worried about Evans, bro. Straight up. Schultz 3, juiced up 4, juiced up, man. 5 is what? Plus 147. I don't know if he's gonna be that fucking involved. Damn. Uh, Bucky, 3 for Shepard, plus 115. 6 for Jacoby. I couldn't talk you off of that 6 for Jacoby. Like just outside your tight ends, where else are you going with the ball? Trey Tucker at 3. Conklin at 2 at a minus 109. When he was in, he was targeted. As you can see, they don't have Disley up there right now. They have Conklin up there. Interesting. Now watch Disley go for 800 yards and 13 touchdowns. Watch. Um, first quarter. Um, that's what I wanted to take a look at. Let's slide over here to Doink, right? I was already looking at Schultz right here. Some of Schultz games here, receptions, receptions, yards. And then that's another way you can see. This is the other way that you can look at Doink, and they can kind of like, this is things that we were seeing, and they're giving it to you right here, like a 7 of 10, a lot of green right there. This is the Tampa Bay defense from last year. 8 of 10 on reception yards, receptions 5 of 10, right? And then the long, right? So I don't know. The long might be in play. The long that might be the one, right? This reception long that might be the one. Um, hmm. Him personally, he's 50% to most of his numbers except for the yards in his last 10. So, what the fuck was I getting ready to look at though? Oh, first quarters. First quarter. So, hmm. First quarter receptions for Schultz. Last 10, he's over in 6 of 10. And then his yards, he's over in 6 of 10. Um, Going up, Hutchison, Higgins. Higgins hit his with a last week with a 23 yard reception first quarter. Um, do I have all the books in there? I guess. Uh, Nico Collins, 1.5. What is this? What? Oh, 1.5, 2 receptions in the first quarter, plus 139. Hmm. That's his line, 1.5. I know I didn't just click that. 14 and a half receiving yards. Mm, mm. The numbers ain't out, or they even took them out. Let me see. Receptions yards, first quarter. Receptions, reception yards, first half. Now they got first half. DraftKings got first half and alternate reception yards over under first half. What about receptions? Receptions first quarter. There you go, right there. Two for Nico plus 104. One at 399. Two for Evans. Two for Booker. Um, One for Dalton Schultz, a parlay piece, minus 197. One for K9, one for Bucky Irvin, minus 116. Lab McConkey, two plus money. Jacoby Myers, two plus money. One, a parlay piece. Buck Bowers, two plus 162. One, a parlay piece. Keenan Allen, two plus 182. Interesting. Genty, one plus money. First quarter. Quinn Johnston, one minus 153. Tyler Conklin, one plus 200, plus 197, whatever the case may be. Hmm. You can almost mix a few of them up. The first half is interesting. I wish they had first half receptions. Shit. I wish they had first half receptions. That would be nice. Receptions, reception, first quarter, first half. The first half is interesting. I haven't bet the first half yet. Reception yards first half, and you can alter them. What type of alternate can you do? This is first half yards 25. That's just that shit kind of tricky there. First half yards, I don't mind that five right there. I don't mind that five. If I'm doing bankroll builders, I don't mind that five. DraftKings opened up that motherfucking the vault, boy, with a lot of the alternate plays, because they give you alternates, right, where you could alternate passing yards, but you can alternate combined passing yards for same game parlays. I want to say either player passing yards. That's interesting, where you can say, hey, any one of them gonna hit for 300, right? Or one of them going to hit for 325. Shit like that. Passing TDs, you can alter those up, take those up. Like, man, you think you're finna go crazy, then bam. You know what I'm saying? Pass attempts, that's another thing. You can shake these up, right? You can shake these up. You can tease those. Also, you can tease the completions. You see what I'm saying? So, if you're trying to get bankroll builders and you're trying to get there however you like, you know what I'm saying? Then, DraftKings give you that flexibility, give you that flexibility. My advice on this type of shit is when you coming in here doing that shit, just you ain't gotta be too greedy. Come in here, try to find you. We got a whole book to try to go in there. And if you're doing some alternates or something like that, and try to find you like a bankroll builder, the best. Everything got to line up for you. Everything got to line up for you because shit almost went sour for a couple of them, and 80% of my motherfucking parlays yesterday went sour, so bad, right? They went so bad only because of one motherfucker, man. So you know, and that motherfucker could be avoided, avoided. So it is what it is. So um, a touchdown parlay. How about that? Not a big fan of these games here, but a touchdown parlay between these two games. Mm. 246. I can see. I mean, I still want to go with. I got one open already with Bucky and let me see. Let me come over here. I got one open already with Bucky and hmm. Wait a minute. What's the number over here on Prospects? I mean, Fan DraftKings touchdown for Bucky is a minus 105 for Bucky, but on FanDuel you'll get the touchdown for plus 128. So you're getting good numbers on Bucky. That's a whole 25, 30 cent. DraftKings, his touchdown is minus 10. I mean, yeah, minus 105, I believe. And you get an anytime touchdown for him over here at plus 128. So that's where the value is at right there between those two books. Nick Chubb, I still like them too. Evans. Well, how about this game? How about this game? Right. How about this game? I mean, I could just go all four of these motherfuckers, man. Straight up. I could just go all four of them and just sit back and just be like, hey, man, I'm waiting, right? I think that's, I mean, you got your running backs, you got your quarterbacks, I mean, your receivers, two receivers, a receiver, and a running backs, boy. I mean, I'm playing that. I'm playing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing that. Is it chalky as fuck? Yes, it's chalky as fuck. Also, you play all three of these, all four of them straight, right? Play all four. You can play all four of these and play all four of them straight. You good, and you know what I'm saying. You good. I don't even want to bet on. Truth be told, one of these guys from the other game. I don't. I don't. I mean, as far as a parlay, I don't know. But I do like. I do like. I do like the 1.5 touchdowns. For Herbert, that's a minus 152. Now this is where DraftKings winning because DraftKings got Justin Herbert passing touchdowns at like a plus no, like a minus 125, right? So if you're looking at passing props, uh passing touchdowns, yeah. No, well, no, 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 no. This ain't the game. Right. So Herbert, his passing touchdown, you get a minus 125 here, and on FanDuel you'll get minus 150. So if you want to bet Herbert and then Gino, what they got Gino for on DraftKings? Gino, uh, Gino's passing touchdown is two at plus 101, and then FanDuel is 104. So about the same. If you want to do the passing touchdown for Herbert, you would do it over there, and because you're getting 25. 26, 27 cent difference of between those two books if you just got those two books. Nothing spectacular to to throw out there when it comes to the touchdowns and stuff like that. Uh for for the other side here. But if you're looking for some value, like I said, if you're looking for some value, then long shots here. Um Show to the 280. That's not super long there. Higgins, J Mac liked Higgins. I believe J Mac liked Higgins. Hold on. Hutchinson. Somebody was looking at Higgins. That might have been Harry Potter. But Mayfield 800 for a touchdown. 630 for Hutchinson. 600 for Sterling Shepard. CJ Stroud Russian prop was interesting too. I have to go back and look. Russian prop for CJ Stroud 13 and a half. CJ CJ had 32 yards. His rushing prop right here is 10 and a half. Where? That must Yeah, that's bet 365 at plus 110 at 10 and a half. Right here, 13 and a half on DraftKings. CJ Stroud over here, 11 and a half. That's one full yard. And bet 365, 10 and a half and minus 110. So they got the best line right there. 10 and a half. Bet 365. Let me make sure. Say you like that 10 and a half, J Mac. Makes me wonder where it opened up at. You can make some good money on these rushing yards. It looks like the ones you can make the money on the rushing yards are the ones that are not super mobile right now. You see Patrick Holmes out there looking like, dang, what's up though? Why y'all ain't why the game ain't popping up, bro? I'm not gonna keep refreshing this shit, so it's not popping up for me. So either long story short, let me see. NFL. Click on NFL. Mm, I ain't gonna worry about it. Y'all know what to do, right? Where was I? Right. So little things like that. I think that's what I'm gonna be on. I'm not a big fan of the I'm not a big fan of Damn, it's 1 o'clock already. Fuck. Not a big fan of the offensive line over there, so I think that's in play for me. Let me see something here. Let's see. Rushing yards, receptions, reception target, rush yards. CJ Stroud 13.5 on Prize Picks. Rashad White, Bucky Irvin, Chubb, Baker Mayfield, passing TD. They give you a passing TDs 1.5 for Baker Mayfield as a demon. They play. Excuse me. As a demon, huh? That motherfucker shouldn't be a demon that long. I don't know. Receptions. Schultz, Collins, Evans, Bucky, Ibuka. Brock Bowers, 5 for Keenan Allen. So I'm telling me Keenan Allen might be going under today. Conklin. You want to be early to the party on Conklin, man. Straight up. We all know what he can do. We already know what he can do. Conklin is interesting. I might throw that in there. A demon joint. He don't get a ton of snaps, but when he's out there to catch the ball. I would have liked this as a solid 5 for Jacoby Myers, but I understand they can't do that. They can't do that. So I guess, right? I think I'm gonna play Disley on 1 and Conklin on 1 for a TD. Hmm, interesting. Um, what were we at? Go to the fucking touchdowns, rushing, reception, TD. See what they got out. Otten, Stroud, Nico, Baker, Evans, Bucky. Damn, they got Bucky for 1.5. Hmm. Shepard, Tucker, Booker, Higgins, Chubb at 1.5. Why? Can't do no 1.5. The Raiders, Geno rushing yards scary. 9.5 on Prize Picks. His completion percentage is always good. Yeah, I think he just went for about at least 300 last week. If they could keep this a game, if they could stay in there, that would probably be forced to like Brock Bowers for a TD. I would probably be forced to like Brock Bowers for a TD, but I don't know, man. How many targets did uh or has this kid been getting, man? Let's see. Let's go to Vegas. Let's go to Trey Tucker. He had 3 targets last game. Thornton. Thornton Jr. Is that the guy? Is that the guy? Is that the guy that's tall as hell and shit? Is that the one they was talking about? Yeah, that's him. Dante Thornton Jr. That's got let's see. Dante Thornton Jr. 6'4", 205. Mm. Somebody was talking about his ass, and they said this motherfucker. I think they was talking about his physicality and stuff like that. What he could be. He got 4 targets. Trey Tucker got 3. 12% snaps target share, but I need to Michael Maher. He got targeted in the red zone. Hmm. He gonna be a dark horse. A touchdown. Michael Maher. He'll be a dark horse, especially with this with anytime at 425 for Maher. Peace. What's up? Uh, Allen, anytime touchdown. Justin Herbert, 2+ touchdown. Baker Mayfield, 2+ touchdown. Evans, McConkey, Evans, anytime touchdown. McConkey, 6 receptions, 70+ reception yards. That's shout out to True, man. Shout out to True dropping I know that's a ticket. Jacoby Myers, 4+ reception. Bauer, anytime touchdown if he plays. And to add to that, if you, I still think Michael Maher could be a touchdown candidate. Sneaky. That's the second tight end. If you get Brock Bowers out, you looking good, right? Because like I was saying last week, you got a tight end like the 49ers tight end. He was out. And I said, we already knew it. It ain't like I'm taking credit for anything, but you see, I pointed out the other 2 tight ends. One of them motherfucker stepped right in and got him a motherfucking touchdown yesterday. Okay. I know his numbers was inflated, but the plays that they have designed is next man up. If you're a wide receiver, guess what? Next man up. If you're a tight end, guess what? Next man up. Even that right on the spot when that motherfucker got hurt, what's his name for the 49ers? I know who I'm talking about, but he got hurt the same day. Buddy came right in there, and 2 tight ends played after that. They have to keep their offense going for those plays that they have predicated, they practice on all week. It ain't nothing but the next man up. One of the motherfuckers came in and got a touchdown. That the week before last, one of them got a touchdown yesterday, and Brock Bowers, um, Brock Bowers, you know, is he 100%? I don't know. He played last week, and like I was showing you guys, uh, versus Tampa Bay. Um, no, I'm sorry. This is the only thing is versus the Chargers. I just don't know how they defend tight ends and stuff like that. But like I say, still gonna be in play. Still gonna be in play. I'm really thinking about this other kid though. Um, this Dante Thornton kid. I'm gonna have to take a look at him. I am. I'm gonna have to take a look at him and figure something out. Right? I don't know. It is what it is though. Um, but yeah, he's a yeah, Kittle. Yeah, you're right, bro. I didn't bet it though, so I feel man, and I'm sitting here. I put a long shot touchdown parlay together, right? Put one together yesterday, man. Put one together yesterday. Had Wilson on there. I don't know. We'll I lost. Long story short, I lost, but I should have bet them straight. I mean, it's no worse than betting fucking home runs, man. Straight up, man. No worse than betting home runs. So, man, because he be getting work. Still with Brock Bowers in there, Meyer, he still gets work. So I just don't understand. It was 4 targets, 4 receptions, 1 red zone target. Mm. Yeah. He had a walkthrough this weekend, so be careful with Bauer. Right. And that's what's making me look at Meyer, man. Meyer. This was making me look at Meyer. Um, he was 4 for 4 last week with a red zone touchdown, right? Tight ends. Travis Kelsey got a touchdown on them last week. Not too much going on, but it looks like I don't know. Last year, Schultz got him for 2 tight ends, the backup and the starting got him for like 20, total of 50 yards between the two. Let me see. His longest reception would be what? 12 and a half yards for his longest reception. The backup tight end. Mm. Brock Bowers. When was this? 25. Oh, so yeah, last year. Hmm. No. Yeah, last year they gave him both of them. Both of them have 4 receptions apiece. Bowers and Mayer, whatever his name is. Mayer was 4 for 4. He likes 4 for 4. Last week he was 4 for 4. What's this fucking receiving yards line? 20 and a half. He's very well must be in play then. He's in play. Yeah, they use him. I didn't know that. I did not. A few tight ends got busy on their ass though last year. Not too busy, but some premier names was getting there. And Joku 5 for 7, 5 on 7 receptions. Mark Andrews 5 on 5 receptions, 5 for 5. Travis Kelsey 5 for 6. Noah Gray 4 for that same game. Also, Noah Gray and Travis Kelsey got them twice. Okay, well we'll see. He's definitely he's a vulture guy. Then what's his touchdown? He don't have no touchdowns last week. He got targeted in the end zone last week. Of course, it's a different touchdown. I mean, different quarterback, different quarterback though. So if that means something, that means something. Remember, first game he had 4 targets, 4 receptions. Michael Mayer. He can be Mayer can be um, uh, uh, interesting. And then this Thornton Jr. kid, he had 4 targets, big frame. He could be 6'4" frame. He could be somebody that maybe somebody like Gino can elevate. Who knows, right? What is his touchdown score prop is? Let me see. On FanDuel, you'll get it for Powers 310, and then 450 for Thornton Jr. Conkin at 480. Disley 560. Those are some of the longer 300 or better odds I was looking at. Okay. That next game, that last game, it looks chalky. It might look shitty, but it's probably still clean, bro. Bucky Irvin, Nick Chubb, Mike Evans, Nico Collins. If I had to take one off, it would probably be Nick Chubb. If Gino plays a clean game, it should be good. It should be a good one. It should be a good one thing for sure. Somebody's gonna be two. Oh yeah, for sure. Genty, yeah. Hey, or I can go running backs too. We can put Genty up there. If I was going running backs, I would go Bucky, Chubb, and Genty, and take Mike Evans and Collins down. If I was going three leg for this game, it would have to be Evans over Nico, and it would be a three leg. But I'm doing a four leg. But if I had to do a three leg, it would be Nico. I mean, it would be Evans, Chubb, and Bucky. Yeah, hello. Yeah, I'm done though. I'm gonna get out. I'll call you right back in 5 minutes. Mm. Yep. So I'm gonna wrap this up, man. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna wrap this up, man. Like I said, that second game I kind of like it a little bit more. I mean, this the kind of like that other that for touchdowns. I like that Tampa Bay game. I could be wrong, but it's definitely chalky here. Bucky, Nick Chubb, and Evans and Nico. If I had to, like I said, if I had to take one off, it would probably be Nico. And if I had to go all running backs or something like that, which I do for the most part, it would be Bucky, Chubb, and probably Genty. Uh, as far as the touchdowns, I mean passing touchdowns and stuff like that. Baker Mayfield 1.5 touchdowns got to be in play. Um, and then number number 1A or 1B or whatever you want to call it, it'll be Herbert, right? If you want Herbert's 1.5 passing touchdowns, you want to get that on DraftKings at minus 125. FanDuel has it right now about minus 153. And then the third guy would be for me personally would be Gino. Then and then Stroud. But anything can happen. Um, 3.5 receptions is painful, painful. But for it's kind of painful, but it's in play, right? It's definitely in play. It's kind of painful to me. It's kind of painful to me. It's still early in the season, but the receptions for Don Schultz, and it's juiced up right now. So, I mean, I missed the good number unless I find it on on a different book. Even Prize Picks have it at a solid 4. Um, I do have a parlay going already. Probably will win me about $300 if Bucky Irvin and Nick Chubb score. I don't know if I want to bet them again because I didn't bet them straight. I bet Bucky straight. Don't know if I want to bet them again. If I do bet, I'm gonna just go ahead and bet Nick Chubb straight, right? So, um, they don't have the. I like betting the touchdown guy or whatever you call that shit, the jackpot. I do like betting that, and I don't see it. So you know, I've been looking for that. I guess they don't have it, so it is what it is. Other than that, that's your touchdown joint. Allen, Evans, Irvin, Genty. That for that game? Allen, Evans, Irvin, Genty. No, wait a minute. No, that's Allen, Evans, Irvin, Genty. That's one from each. That's one from each. That's decent. I might tell that because Allen know where to be for sure. I might tell that. Um, long shots. Like if I'm looking here on Prize Picks, I'm really thinking. I'm considering the 1.5. Um, hold on. Passing touchdowns. I'm considering the Baker Mayfield for a demon at 1.5. Uh, Geno's at 1.5 as a demon, right? The rushing touchdown. Rushing reception touchdowns. Um, Evans, Bucky at 1.5, and also and Nick Chubb is at 1.5. Quentin Johnston is somebody who I really, really think he's capable. He could go in there. Um, I don't know what they got Genty here. One, no demon, whatever, right? I'll take the Genty on Prize Picks. Um, man, that's a lot of touchdowns to be trying to guess if I'm trying to go for a 6 man. That's too many touchdowns for me to be trying to go for trying to nail 6 touchdowns. But I do like to do six man slips here, but not 6 touchdowns unless we got a full slate. This is not a full slate. Not saying you can't put one together, you know what I'm saying, but it is what it is, right? Um, 2 leg here would probably be. I don't know. I don't know. I'll put one out. I'm no. I'm gonna just put a 6 leg out for tonight's games. Both games, I'll put a 6 leg out. I'm getting ready to go though. I'll put a 6 leg out, and we'll see what we can do. Now, as far as baseball, go back over it one more time, and I'm out of here. I don't like baseball at all today. Um, if I'm looking for a hit, here's some guys for a hit: Nico Horner, Hap, Ozzy, Albies, Wood, Lyles, Garcia, and Bill. Stanton and Judge home run candidates. Austin Hayes historically looked good versus lefties. Diaz, Correa, and Christian Walker. They've been hot as of late. And I think Gabriel Marino and Perdomo, I think both of these guys have at least one of them got 2 home runs, if not both, in the last 7 days. Mookie Betts been warm. Stott and I think Marsh, don't quote me on that. I would have to go back and look. I lean towards the over strikeouts. As you can see, this number has been boogieing, right? It wasn't open all morning. It wasn't open before I started this stream. When I looked at it, it was minus 120. It's at minus 138 right now. This boy got some shit. He got some shit. I'm just scared of being on the road at that Tampa Bay ballpark. I did not look at Tampa Bay bats. Neither did I look at Toronto bats, and I don't know who's pitching for Toronto. I'll try to take a quick glance right now just to see if I can get a picture for no, not for Toronto, a picture for Tampa Bay, because I'm definitely gonna like Toronto probably more often than not. Toronto Boyle, is he gonna be an opener or They're gonna have an opener. I don't know, but interesting, interesting, interesting here. So if you want to use the kids' strikeouts, be my guest. Um, Another guy here was Bradish. I do think Bradish can get to his Ks and or his pitching outs at -105. Um, I might take these two as a two piece here on Prize Picks, or mix them up with some of the football plays, okay, and then try to see what I can do. Other than that, I will be, if I'm playing anything from baseball, it's going to be the pitching props first, straight up. Oh, and Rodon, right? If you can get a 17.5 on Prize Picks for his pitching outs, I think, yeah. Um, I guess he's over in 4 or 5. Minnesota, maybe I might get 3 baseball picks and 3 football picks. But on that note, I'm out of here, y'all. Peace out, fam.